So I want to start this podcast off with a joke. All right.
All right.
Okay. My girlfriend, we're gonna have lunch, and her favorite food is Japanese noodles.
Yeah.
But then I found out she cheated on me with 5 guys and no condom. So I guess you could say she likes ramen. Kind of bad, maybe.
Welcome back to In Progress Podcast,
Yay.
where we give you all the enlightenment of enlightenment stuff.
We're back. Let's go.
In Progress.
I'm your host, Logo, and this is the other host, Jake.
That's me.
Also known as your anime guy, formerly. Or, thank goodness, he isn't Mr. Anime. Do you know about Mr. Anime?
No, I do not.
Well, it stuck out to me because I know that people used to say your anime guy.
Yeah.
So whenever I heard Mr. Anime, I was like, that's kind of similar. So I kind of got interested. Mr. Anime was a guy named Trey Eric Sesser. He was about 22 years old. At the time, he was 22 years old.
At the time?
Yeah. This was a while
What you
back.
got written down there, bro?
Well, Trey, he kind of did the same thing of movie reviews, anime reviews, because he was Mr. Anime. The Mr. Anime.
Wait, is this the guy that killed somebody?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about him.
He did movie reviews, and he used a high-power rifle on his parents and his brother.
Yeah, I heard about this.
I don't know why I wanted to address that, but it kind of reminded me of your anime guy, and I was like, Mr. Anime. I was like, that's kind of weird, and we're not those kind of people.
Yeah, for the people that don't know, I used to be called, your anime guy. I still do, like on Twitter, where I just talk about anime and stuff, but since this is, kind of more personal, kind of, not really, but it's like I talk more about anything and everything than, you know, anime. And
but it's a good thing you're not Mr. Anime.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'm glad I'm not. How'd you find out about him?
Well, actually, it was on TikTok.
TikTok. Oh,
Yeah,
TikTok.
I saw it on
hate
TikTok, and you know how everybody says don't believe what you hear on the internet or see on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I went to the internet to find out if this was real.
Of course.
And it is, so as far as I know. And if it isn't, please tell me because I'm going to butcher Mr. Trey Eric Sessers.
Great name.
Yeah. So,
since you bring up anime, might as well talk about it.
yeah.
So last podcast, we talked about Demon Slayer coming to the U.S., the movie, Mugen Train, Infinite Train. Finally, we're going to, obviously it was at theaters, we're going to go watch it. And remember the placeholder said February 26th?
Yeah.
Found out that's actually true.
Really?
It's in theaters right now.
Finally, truth.
Yeah, it's in theaters for till Wednesday or Thursday.
This Wednesday or Thursday coming up?
And
then that's it.
And then it's gone.
Wow.
For now, unless they bring it back.
I want to go, and it's the Demon Slayer movie that's out right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have got to see it before it goes out.
Yeah. Well, there's a catch.
Uh-oh.
It's only showing in one city in America.
One city?
Miami, Florida.
What?
Yeah, legit. I was thinking about like, should I go? And I spent an hour planning. I had like, all right, I'm getting my tickets. What I'm gonna do, what hotel room, what time, like the show, everything. I was planning it out. And then I guess the first thing I should have done is actually see if the movie is not sold out.
It was already sold out?
I did all of that, and then I found out, it was sold out.
God.
Every single showing. And I think they show like three showings a day for like a week. It was basically, it did theaters. So if you already, bought the tickets, lucky you.
Well, I hope somebody pirated it. I mean, cut that out. I hope somebody...
Oh, no, it's definitely pirated. I have people DMing me on Twitter just like, hey, you can watch this, right? I'm like, I know, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I want to see it on the theater.
Yeah.
Yes. On the big screen is where you get the full effect.
Exactly. And you don't have the picture, like people taking like a video, off a camera.
And then somebody walking in front of you and you're having to like move the camera. I haven't done this before, so I don't know.
I was gonna say, you sound like a pro.
But
no, but yeah, I really want to see this movie, and we're just gonna have to wait till it's like out nationwide. The reason why they're doing it in Miami is they try to do it in Los Angeles because that's where they premiere movies. But since Corona and they COVID. I think they don't have they shut down movie theaters, of course, and I don't think they're open over there. But they're wanting to be nominated for the Academy Award for the Oscars for Best Animation.
Wow.
Best Animated Film. And
do you think it'll make it?
Guaranteed.
You guarantee? So it's guaranteed that.
I think so. I think it has potential. I mean, for what I've seen,
yeah.
It's Ufotable. You know their animation.
Yeah, they're great. They're great, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made it.
So that's why, and it's only going to be there for a week, and whenever it comes nationwide, dude. The season 2 trailer came out already.
Really?
And season 2 is going to come out before the freaking movie, man.
Here's where I'm a little confused.
Okay.
I know that when they go to the theaters, they're going to make money. But how much money are they going to make in only a few days?
I mean, I don't really think obviously they want to make money off of it, but I feel like they're just wanting it to be nominated for the Academy Award. So really, but because the rules are, it has to be shown in America to be nominated.
And they had to do it one place. And I guess they got it.
Yeah, because they did that with Parasite,
And they're probably not spending much putting it in only one theater.
Whoever bought tickets, lucky you.
Lucky you.
I'm a little envious.
Joyner Lucas and Eminem, lucky you.
That's a good song. Listened to it the other day.
Me too.
Oh man, dude, did you hear about? You a big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, definitely. I love it. I watched it as a kid, and I think we talked about it 100 times on the podcast that it's it's a legend that's going to go down as a legend. Hopefully,
think, honestly, my favorite cartoon.
Yeah.
But it's. And Netflix is making a live action of it, and they it's I think they're gonna be older. They're changing a lot of stuff up, making it more mature for audience. And the creators, both co-creators, left. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, well, they left that. I'm like, oh crap, like why can't we get something good Avatar, right? Well, they're coming back with more Avatar now. And they made a freaking studio for it called Avatar Studios.
Really?
Like I wrote this down here. That's why I have this little piece of paper here. But they wrote an article. Avatar Studios will produce content for platforms including Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon, as well as third-party platforms and theatrical releases. So we'll be getting freaking Avatar movies in theaters.
Whoa!
The first project is an animated theatrical film that is set to start production later this year.
It's animated.
Yeah, all animated. We're getting more content, and the creators will run the studio. So we're good, dude. Avatar's back, bro.
That is awesome. Except Korra, don't come back.
Yes, please don't ever
come back, Korra. But okay, we already know that Korra is gonna have to be associated. Still, it's gonna be awesome no matter what. Hopefully, they fix Korra's character and everything about it.
Did you ever read the comics?
No, I did not.
Okay, because after I have binged it again. I went because I'm like, I need more, So I read some of the comics, and I feel like that's what's going to be animated.
Really?
So we're basically just getting a continuation from season 3.
That's going to be pretty cool. I'm actually really excited for this, because I've been kind of worried that I know it sounds stupid, but we're gonna run out of good things to watch that's new, because we're getting to an era where a lot of things are ending, and it's gonna be close to where everything's going to end almost at the same time. Because I know like Attack on Titan's going to end soon. I know that Demon Slayer is going to end in a year or two.
Demon Slayer's already done. Oh, you talking about the anime?
The anime.
I think no, it's got a little bit. Maybe.
A little bit.
I mean, the Jujutsu Kaisen mangas.
Yeah,
Jujutsu. I keep like slurring it, but that I hear that's going to end in 2 years.
But what's going to suck for me is the waiting, because usually like I'm ready for I have like 5 animes, and like I'll catch up on one, and then while I'm catching up on that one, the other one's building up, and I can keep going off of each other. Then if I'm stuck with one, like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're a little behind on that. But
yeah.
Should we? You think we should like make a whole podcast of just Jujutsu, or just like a big segment 1 week maybe?
How about next one we have us just dedicated. A complete dedication, because since we're so few episodes behind, those few episodes will fill in a whole podcast.
I think Jujutsu's needed, because we did an Attack on Titan one. We talk about Jujutsu all the time, and
give a big Jujutsu, because if it's worthy, it's going to get a whole segment, and now it's going to get a whole podcast.
And we got like 5 or 6 episodes to watch.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of information.
Fun.
And of course, being behind, kind of everybody in this area is behind right now. We're still catching up because of all the chaos that's been going on.
Oh man, it's been crazy for the people that do not know. There was a winter storm in the U.S.
Now, before everybody goes crazy, our winter storms aren't like other people's winter storms. They're not like, oh, there's 72 inches of snow.
Yeah.
This was something that I don't think I've ever seen before in my whole life. I've seen snow, and I've seen it build up pretty good, but this was not exactly snow. It was snow and ice, and it piled up so high. And it wasn't snow, it was ice, which, I mean, pretty sure people from the north can know what I'm talking about. And we all lost power because we don't usually, this is very, very, very rare.
And we had like, I found out like we both had no power for 4 days, no water for 4 days. And I'm over here like complaining. I'm like, man, this place sucks. And then I found out like Texas has it like way worse. But how was just like, I mean, I know we kind of sound like, privileged and spoiled, but I'm like, how was it just, just living through that week, we had a bad week, let's just say.
I know this is going to sound a little odd, but it kind of gets you thinking whenever you have no resources. I mean, of course, we're still, even with no light, no water, we're still privileged. But it got me thinking, and it got some family that I have thinking, and they're like, what if this is what it's like in the apocalypse? Like, what if this is how we live with no power? We have to go get water. Because back behind where I live, there's an artesian, I think that's the correct way to say it, it's an artesian well. And you can't flush your toilet, so it's going to be full of shit. And you can't take a shower. So what we would do is go to the artesian well, and we'd fill up buckets, because this is water that's stored underneath the earth, and it's warm, and it comes out. So everything's freezing, but this water won't freeze because it's steadily warm coming out of the ground. And we use that. And having no heat sucked. And I
gotta invest in fireplaces or gas.
Well, we did burn random stuff because I didn't have no wood chop, because of course we live in an area where we don't really need it. We don't really need that because we didn't expect it. We have heaters. I had no wood chopped, so I had to find random stuff to burn. And also I had to use that random stuff because we had nothing to eat. I had to go on the grill and put random stuff in there because we didn't have no charcoal because we couldn't go on the road. Never expected it. We didn't know this was going to happen. And so I'm cooking all this, like those pizzas you put in the oven?
Yeah.
Like those Tostinos and stuff like that. I cooked one of those on the grill. It was an experience. But one thing, don't burn stuff in the grill that's bad for you, like plastic and other stuff like that, and then cook on top of it, because it gets in your food.
Oh, shoot, bro.
And it makes it taste bad. And I could taste everything that was burning and anything cooking around it in that pizza. So there's a lesson for you children out there, is don't do it. But overall, it was an experience that I needed.
Right.
Because I can tell my kids, or I can tell somebody about it. But my half was bad, and 4 days sucked. First day wasn't too bad. The fourth day was the worst because not being clean. I gotta be clean.
Yeah.
And brushing my teeth. Of course, you can use a bottle of water.
What you tell them what you said you used. So listen to this guy right here, okay?
So in the middle of the night, I woke up freezing my ass off, and I just needed to brush my teeth. But I didn't have a water bottle that I could find. I didn't think there was any water we had in a bottle. So I got up, went to the bathroom, and I was like, gosh, what am I going to do? I went and looked in the fridge, and I found orange juice. So I brushed my teeth with orange juice.
Because that's the way to go, right?
Because you know how you wet your toothbrush?
Yeah.
Put the toothpaste on, and then I wet it with orange juice, and I brushed my teeth, and then
you're just working against yourself, man.
and then I gargled the orange juice and spit it out, and I cleaned my toothbrush with orange juice. So
I mean, is your teeth really clean then? Like, you gargle it up with orange juice. I mean, you use your toothpaste, I assume, yeah?
Well, orange juice has acid in it.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I found something new, because I didn't really feel clean.
It's like you cleaned it, but yet
I still had that taste. But I just needed something.
You didn't have any water, like water bottles?
At that time, I don't think I did. Now, with me being stupid, I probably had like 6 cases laying somewhere. Wow. But it was late in the night. I was ready to brush my teeth. And
Because I hate that feeling, dude.
I hate
when
it.
you need to brush your teeth.
so my half wasn't the most pleasant. So what about you? For 4 days, how did it go for you?
Well, like I told you earlier, like sliding off the road, trying to, because I don't have Wi-Fi, so I need to drive to go get it. Yeah, it'd be rough out here. And the new Attack on Titan episode was out, so I wanted to go download it and watch it. So I was driving on the roads, and people kept telling me, "No, don't drive. It's dangerous." And I'm like, "Yeah, I hear you."
But Attack on Titan.
But hey, it's been 2 days, and I haven't seen the new Attack on Titan.
There might be black ice on the road, but Attack on Titan.
I might die, but Attack on Titan. So I'm driving, and I'm sliding on the road, and then I just suddenly I got a thought. I'm like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this. So I just drive back. I'm like, I can wait. I can wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And then 4 days later, I'm just like, finally, that's when the ice finally got better, and I drove off, and I watched that good old Attack on Titan. Good show. Recommend.
Very good show.
But yeah, it was like pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the bad thing is, being on night schedule when you have no light. But I mean, that's why you invest in power banks and, just charge. And then thankfully, people let me use a generator.
Yeah.
So I still had light and,
I didn't,
it's all good.
I didn't have a generator, but I could charge my phone from my truck. But here was the problem. I knew in ample time that maybe I need to go fill up my truck with gas in case something happens.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. So when I went to go turn my truck on to go charge my phone, I cranked it, and the meter that shows you empty, full, whatever, the
gauge?
The gauge, yeah. It was below empty. So
This guy's always on empty.
below
bro.
empty, and I was like, what do I do? So
Hold on, real quick. Okay, just to let y'all know how much this guy's on empty. One time we were driving back, going home, and we passed a gas station, and he's like, oh, I missed it. Okay, so we kept going, and we'll go to the next gas station. The empty light's already on, and we keep going, and there's not a gas station for miles. And eventually we decide, all right, let's go back and go to the gas station. So we drive another 15 minutes, and I'm legit getting prepared to walk to go to the gas station.
It was below empty, and I could feel my truck starting to act up.
That's all and I all the time. But anyway, that's just a little image right there.
Well, I had no gas, and I needed to get some to charge my phone and everybody else's phone and my girlfriend's phone. So I drove to the gas station, which come to find out, which I knew this already, but when you don't think about it until it happens, the pumps were frozen. So I'm sitting there hitting the pump, and I get about 2 cents worth of gas, and then it stops. And then I drove farther to find another gas station.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And I just kept having to drive, and then finally I'm like, oh, there's a ton of people at this gas station. And hold on, wait a minute. They have hot food in there. So I go in, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I want real food. So I'm getting gas. I fill up. I don't care what the gas. They even went up on their prices of gas because they were the only ones open. They went up like a whole 50 cents.
Capitalism.
So I went in, and I see that they have hot food. And the only thing they had hot was the one thing I can't eat. Sausage. I have a stomach issue where I can't eat sausage. It's diverticulitis, whatever it is.
At least he's not gay.
Yeah, not gay. Can't eat it. So I'm sitting there and I'm debating. Do I really want to eat this and hurt all day long? So I starved.
Dang.
But my girlfriend got a lot to eat.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
So basically, she's just eating in front of you while you starve to death. So you would rather starve and feel pain than not starve and feel pain?
Yeah, I'm very used to not eating. Because I used to never eat. I used to just go days without eating. But
throwback to our first video. Look at this guy. Look at him now.
Now I'm fat.
you just
it's called having a girlfriend, and she feeds you all the time. And
That's how she makes you not like y'all don't break up. She's just like here's some more.
Yeah,
food.
she keeps feeding me because I get fat and ugly and I can't move on to nobody else.
What's that saying? The
way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That doesn't.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Definitely.
Bro, if I had a girl cook me food, I might think different.
Yeah, I might.
I'd be like, yo, this girl's not that bad.
Speaking of my girlfriend, I don't know if this is actually on topic, but it's still talking about her. Me and her had a decision one day. We needed to go shopping, and since the freezing happened, we didn't really get out to go shopping a lot. So we kind of were like, oh, we can go do this again since everything's now open back up. We went to this normal little market that's down the road from where we live, and it's a huge building that has like old stuff in there or like things people are trying to sell, kind of like a flea market almost, huge. And there's a sign outside that there was an auction happening later that night. So we decided to go. This was my first auction I've ever been to. And I had no idea what I was doing. So I go into this really sketchy room. And it's a big room, and there's like every chair. You know how whenever you go like to an auditorium or something, all the chairs look the same? Every chair was different. And it looked like I was in a hillbilly shack.
Like, where do I sit?
They had a makeshift podium for the auctioneer.
It definitely sounds like a very country-esque auction.
So usually when you get to an auction, the guy's like, oh, let's go ahead and start bidding. No, it's a girl, and she's too busy talking about other people's problems, and she's having conversations with everybody. I'm getting pissed off because I'm there for buy stuff. I don't give a fuck if Miss Kathy has a baby. I really don't care. I don't know who Miss Kathy is. I don't care who she is.
She's the cousin of Karen.
Yeah,
Nobody
Karen.
cares.
So we get to bidding. Now, this is what I'm really getting to, is even though they're all the pain and struggle of having to deal with stupid people, it comes to an item that I want. And I got a couple things. The first thing I got was comic books, mint condition. Some Batman, some other random ones that are worth money, and they're good. And of course, I'm going to keep for my own personal collection. But what I really wanted was these knives, because they were handmade, and they were made with really rare metals, and they had these awesome designs throughout them. I remember a guy who used to make these, and it would cost like I think one of his that he handed me in my hand, just the metal alone, he put it in my hand. He says, that's not even made into a knife yet. That metal is $5,000. And he would make knives out of it and sell them to people for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. There they were sitting on this table.
For the auction.
I want them. So she starts off the bid at like $200, I think, $150, $200. That's already a good price. She gets down to $25. Nobody bids. Not a single person.
Wait, hold up. In auctions, I usually hear they go up, and she went down?
You start down, and then you keep going down until somebody's like,
oh,
and then
okay.
whenever they hold their, because we had little
going up.
notepads, we would do this.
Yeah.
And whenever you do it, she's like, all right, starting off here. She'll start off at 150, 100, 50. And then she got to 25, and then I'm like, and she's like, 25. And then she started to do this, and she's like, okay, 25, and she starts going. And she's going 25. Can I hear 26? Do I hear 26? Do I hear 25? Do I hear this? Yeah. Nobody's bidding. I'm the only one who did it. I got 2 of them. 3, actually, because we went back and got another one. But I got those, and I'm about to resell them for some money. But here's why this auction was not what I thought it was. Because usually the auctioneer is auctioning other people's stuff off. This auctioneer was auctioning their own stuff. So instead of them being like, I'll sell you this, and we're starting the bid at $25, they're like, I can't go lower than this because I won't make money. That's not how it works. That auctioneer knows what they can and can't go to. And just because you know Aunt Sally in the front don't mean Aunt Sally going to get shit better than I am. Because I know this one woman, and this is, I don't know for a fact, but I know it in my head that she got almost everything that she bidded on cheaper than what she actually said, because she bought literally over 70% of everything that woman had up. Every time she'd go, she'd raise her card up every freaking time, and she looked like a Karen.
Jeez.
And whenever they had these boxes laid out, it had to have been like 50 boxes. She went, and whenever she was auctioning, she got like 20 of them. They were all full of shit. They were all full of stupid fucking Mardi Gras stuff that's old. I got one box. It was full of plates because I needed them. I don't understand these. And it was old people. All these old people they have nothing but money to sit around and throw around.
Yeah.
I actually was getting something to flip and make money. But they don't care. They want to buy a fucking broken cuckoo clock.
Maybe I feel like no. To some people, I can see they like auctioning is just like a game to them, like a little hobby they do.
It's fun. I won't lie. It's actually fun, and it can be an addiction. That's why next time we're gonna go and we're gonna record it to show that it's exactly what I said it was.
I feel like that would be interesting. Something new.
Something new where we waste money, like always.
Speaking of wasting money, I want to just throw this on the podcast. You already know.
It started out that a friend sent these to us, correct?
Yes. Our video, we ate some Japanese snacks and had a friend send us this winter edition Pocky. This Pocky here is only available in Japan in the winter. It's a seasonal thing. If you saw the video we did, I think you gave this like what, a 10 out of 10.
I think I gave it a 10 out of 10 because it had more chocolate and it was thicker.
Yeah,
and
like this
Daddy
is like,
likes them thick.
This is the perfect Pocky, honestly. Yeah. And I went to our local Oriental market and I was just walking by trying to see something, and I literally see a whole shelf of these. I grabbed 4 of them because I'm like, who knows, like they might just go away soon, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I know it's like kind of weird. It's like, okay, it's just a little snack, but let me tell you, dude, hey, you want one?
Sure, yeah, I'll take one.
Eat one on the podcast, bro.
Going back to the Japanese.
Bro, it's still so good. See, it's just the right amount of chocolate, okay?
It is.
It's, oh my gosh.
It has a very perfect ratio.
I legit thought I was never going to eat this again until like maybe the next winter if they release it.
I thought I was never going to see these again, so I kept the box. And I still have it in my closet sitting there because I wanted to remember what it was forever. Now I come to find out they're fucking everywhere.
The shipping cost from overseas is not cheap, needless to say.
Yeah.
And when I'm glad I said something, but I talked to the cashier about it. And she's like, yeah, we have those, you know. And so I'm just like, okay. Because I was really ecstatic and stuff. And she was telling me, yeah, we get these new Kit Kats and we have get stuff from Japanese companies or whatever. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, well, can you get this other, kind?
Yeah.
And they just said like, yes, Google it and show me. And I did. And they took a picture of it and they said they'll try to order it. And I'm like, yo, I could have just done this the whole time instead of trying to go through all these obstacles. Like, yo, I've been asking people in Japan to get this stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, man, again, it's just a snack. But I love it. It's a freaking good snack, man. So I recommend getting the winter edition Pocky.
Wow. And they're my favorite. They're definitely
not
my
sponsored, by the way.
But could be. Thanks, Pocky, for not sponsoring us yet. And I say yet because you're going to.
And I want to ask them next time to bring in a certain drink. I don't know if we should tell them now. But if it comes in, we're going to drink it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We actually, if the listeners know, I don't know, I can barely remember, so I probably they won't. But if you remember, we did a podcast. We actually talked about it.
Yeah, we did. Wow, I almost forgot.
I didn't even know if it was on I think it was on just the audio-only podcast.
Yep, because I can remember this was way back when we first discovered what it was. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say it. It was the Strong Zero.
Strong Zero.
They call it the Gaijin Killer. And which is basically the foreigners, like they think like, oh yeah, I can drink alcohol, I can hold it. And I think after 3 they just like pass out. And I don't know, just people kept talking about it. I've heard it like on videos and podcasts, and I'm like, I really want to try this now. And hopefully it gets shipped. And it arrives.
It's gonna be a really fun podcast because
I'm
gonna try because you said it's 3, correct? 3 and then you pass out, or that's what they're doing.
Yeah, but we're only gonna have 2.
I'm gonna try to see if I can reach 3 while doing a podcast and see if I can keep my notes together while doing it.
That would be. I honestly, I'm just a big fan of taste. So if it sucks, I mean, hey, it's the experience, I guess. But I definitely want to. I don't know. I feel like it'd be interesting. And people like that actually, are in Japan or whatever. Yeah. They're just like, it's like $1 or something. Like, who cares? You can just drink it anytime.
Yeah.
But yeah, in case if you haven't noticed for the past 30 minutes or so, we got a new little setup here. Hey, Yeah, we're gonna address it now.
Yeah.
After we talked about a lot, but yeah, this is in progress. Testing some stuff out.
Progressing in all the wrong directions.
Yeah. How you like the little in progress podcast behind me?
It'd suck if it was misspelled.
Oh shoot, is it?
I
Second guess, man. I don't know. Sometimes I just type something and
just go with it.
Freaking, I'm telling you, dude, autocorrect, man.
Mm-hmm.
That the worst thing is like when you say OMW for on my way, and
Yeah.
it just sends on my way, with the exclamation mark. I'm like, oh.
I hate whenever it corrects my fucks. Cause I'm like, oh, what the duck?
Yeah.
Because whenever you're in an argument, it's hard to stay in the argument on a text whenever somebody tells you something and you're arguing and they're like, and then you're trying to say like, oh man, what the fuck? And it just is like, oh, what the duck? And then now you've ruined the whole argument. You've ruined how strong you are in that argument.
Oh yeah. So in case if that happens, you immediately lost. So basically, the best thing to do, in my opinion, is just to shut your phone off and go to sleep.
Go to sleep
and pretend it never happened.
Yep, you'll win.
Mm-hmm.
And always, women are wrong, men. So always make sure you tell them that they're wrong whenever you're in the middle of a fight, and you'll win if you tell them they're wrong. And also tell them to calm down because it always works.
Oh yeah, I hear that. That's the number one saying.
Yeah,
to tell a woman.
Tell them calm down because they'll listen and they'll understand, and then they'll do it because they know that they need to calm down.
Mm.
So speaking of calming down, I honestly need to calm down with my spending.
What you been buying now, bro?
I started investing in the stock market, like every white entrepreneur.
GameStop, AMC,
Yeah, so
Disney, Apple.
I've put money towards a few. I'm not nowhere near a professional. I actually don't know what I'm doing, but I know it a little bit now. I started with AMC, and I made a lot of money off of it. With just putting a mediocre amount of money. I say mediocre because it's better to put a good bit and then make a lot out of it.
True.
So I started making money off the stock market. Honestly, it's fun, but it's like gambling.
Right.
And I'm not good at gambling, but for some reason the stock market's been in my favor because
sophisticated gambling, I guess.
Yeah. So I put in $500 and I ended up making $1,000 something off of it. So that's adding that's 500, and then I added 500, and then from my other ones I've added, and it all came around to a little over 1,000. I think it was like 1,003.
So you're still getting income.
Yeah, I'm making money, and I was at work, and I can remember telling my boss I'm making more money sitting on my ass doing nothing in one day than working here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And she was like,
But that is gambling, though. I mean,
that is gambling.
You can go to, a casino and like, hey, I just won $5,000.
Yeah.
Made more in a day,
Really, though. And honestly, it's just fun. And to me, it's fun. And I'm pretty sure, if there's people out there who know about it, I would love to know more because I want to get rich.
That's what I'm curious, though, is for the people listening and watching. I've seen a lot of people asking, including myself, how to get in the stock market, because every time I go on TikTok and people are always like, get in the stock market, stock market, keep doing it, but nobody's ever explained how to. They're just like, Google it. And you're like, where do I start?
Yeah, it's so hard because it's honestly scary. When I first started, I was like, let me put $10 out there.
Yeah.
And I sat for like a week, and that $10 turned into $10.25.
Oh, big
And
bucks.
I was like, I spent a week doing this, and the stock was going way up, but then it dropped again to the same. I'm like, I made no money, and I'm back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went from $10 to $9, and I'm like, okay, I lost $1. So I'm confused. So I took my money out, and I waited until it capped back to the same point, about 9 or a little less. And I think it was around, I can't remember how many, I think it was a few days ago, like 2 or 3. And I added $500 to this one stock. And it blew up. And now I started learning to predict it, because it's a trial and error. Now, there's somebody out there who already can be like, oh, this is going to happen, which I wish they would give me a little insight so we can make money.
I'll say.
But If I could hit it big one good time, then it honestly, that's one question I've been meaning to ask you is if you did invest in the stock market, let's say that you invested and you just blew it out of the water and you made tons of money, what would you do?
Go to Japan.
You'd go to Japan.
I would go to Japan straight up.
And you would stay or visit?
Visit. I'll go to freaking everywhere. Like I'll go to Indonesia.
So traveling
South Korea,
is your
Canada.
go.
Yeah, traveling. And I like, dude. I know it sounds cliche, and I know you feel the same way, but I like giving. Like I'll be giving while I should not be giving. I'll be like losing a lot of money when I should not. But it's a great feeling when you do.
It really is
to people that appreciate it.
Yes. And
there's a lot of people like, yeah, I deserve that. I'm like, excuse me?
$1 can go a long way too. I mean, you have to think because like on Christmas, you may find a gift that's $1, but it means the world to somebody. But $1,000 gift may not mean much. And I guess I follow your logic of helping people. If I won, I really don't know what I would do. Honestly, I keep thinking to myself, what would I do? And my instincts keep telling me to not touch it. Ever.
Are you going to be the ones that, the money that you get, you're going to invest it into things?
I will invest portions. Money? Well, I won't invest unless I'm 100%. Because if I do invest and I have a lot of money, what I'm going to do is invest it to where I know for a fact I can make money. And I want it to keep going. And of course, I have personal things I'd like to do. But overall, I'd like to make money with the money. And dude, I won't lie, after coronavirus, it's got me thinking. There's been a lot of people who've lost jobs. There's been a lot of people who are having hard times, who can't get out of this rut that they're in because of coronavirus. I guess what I would do is I would like to open up something where I could supply people with jobs. Because I've been there. And I lost my job because of coronavirus. And it was really hard. I won't lie.
Before those people don't show up to work.
Yeah. And that's what got me is I lost so much. I lost so much because I couldn't pay for a lot of things. And I struggled. And I had a really good job. And because of coronavirus, they couldn't pay us. And they had to let us go. And there's people out there who have it worse than I do. And it may not be the best job in the world, but it's something.
Right.
And it can help you because
a little goes a long way.
Yeah. And I know that it's not good to have a work environment where you treat your employees like family. It's very respected and very helpful, but it's hard to be disciplinary and it's hard to run it the right way.
I hear the jobs that you go to when they start saying we're a family, that's the time to leave.
My job I have right now is like that. Before I started, they were like, my boss was like, I want us to be a close knit family. And where I went,
bro, you're never gonna leave, man.
No, where I went in my mind is I'm not family to you people because I'm here to make money to supply what I need. And if you get in my way, I will be getting in your way, and I'll fix this problem. And it hasn't felt like family since I started. I want a real work environment where we may not be family, we may not be friends, but if you need something, I can help you. And if an employee needs help, and I may not be paying him a lot, I may be paying him as much as I can, but if there's something that happens, let me help you. You can pay me back whenever with whatever. Because if I have enough money, why not help people who actually need it? Need it.
Right.
Need it, not want it. Need it.
Keyword.
I guess that's also a big question to everybody, and I guess to you too, of with money, does it come more responsibility, more power? Does it become...
Well, if I want to become Spider-Man, yes.
Yeah. Does it become evil?
I think... I mean, it always depends, but I think I've heard a saying where money makes good people better and makes bad people worse.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, I just think sometimes if I actually was rich, what I would do with it. Because I'm not... I wouldn't sit around and do nothing. You know,
That's
get
why
us a new studio. That's what we do.
Yes, that'll be the first thing. That'd probably be the only personal thing I'd dig.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I do this for fun, but also do it for other people because it's funny. It's good to relax sometime.
Just chilling. At least I assume you do as well. Appreciate everybody watching and listening all the time.
Yeah. So I had one more question. I didn't write this down. I forgot. But
yeah, we writing stuff down now. That's right.
Write it down. Now, this may be an easy question for you, but also the viewers think of it too. If you were rich, but you had only one anime to give money to for them to continue or make more, or to end, what anime would you give money to? I guess starting off, what money would you give to?
Like to the studio?
To a studio so they could either continue making more or make it better.
Frick, dude, there's so many.
Yeah, that's a hard question to pick one. Of course, my thought was Attack on Titan, but I'm like, but it's good where it's at. I don't want anything to change. So I guess I already know mine, and I think it might be what yours is, but I hope it's not.
Is yours going to be, well, what is yours going to be?
I think Hunter x Hunter, because I would do something different. I would want to pay the money to change everything except the Chimera Ant. I want everything to be, instead of it being all happy, friendly in the beginning, I want it to have an R rating from beginning to end.
Oh, so you want to change the whole story?
I want the story to stay very, very similar, very close,
right?
But I want there to be.
So because like in the Hunter exam, you know, the deaths seemed very like childish.
I want it to be less childish. I want it to be less slow.
Okay.
And like the very end, whenever it was the elections, that was very slow to me, and that was very. I could have skipped it and been fine.
Dude, I love that art. I don't know why you didn't like that.
I don't know.
I thought about Hunter x Hunter, but I'm like, I think the reason why, it won't come back is because it needs more material, and I'm not getting any filler. You saw you never watched the movies. You're not missing anything.
Good.
But
I don't like Kurapika. Crappy guy.
Crappy guy. The nickname.
It's been a while since I said that.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute. Wow.
But if you don't know an anime that you would give money to make it better.
I mean, dude, there's so many because like if I had to name some, redo Tokyo Ghoul.
Yes, that's a very good one because I started it and I stopped because I was like,
no, the first season is really good. The manga readers don't like it, but after that, it's just like this is garbage. Promised Neverland season 2 is trash.
I've never watched Promised Neverland.
I mean,
not missing much.
I'm not recommending it anymore. And 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, I started that. I just started that.
Yeah.
I am only on the second season. I'm right there where Bon leaves, and he's going to, and Bon and King leave.
Oh yeah, Meliodas.
I just started that, but high hopes. I hope they don't get crushed.
Cue to season 4. I think I stopped watching after season 2. But after I watched it, I saw that little clip from season 4 of the meme. Yeah. Good old fancy art and animations.
Yeah. Most of the things I see on TikTok or anything about the anime, it's always the first season that they're all like, yeah. But now I guess the next question I was going to ask is, if you had enough money, what anime would you erase or end that never would happen? Like an anime you're like, it should have never existed.
Crap. I think of one, but I feel like there's a better one than that. I definitely want Pupa to be gone. Also, Boku no Pico.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you're right. I take that back.
It was season 2 of Boku no Pico. Is that an anime?
Actually, I feel like that maybe it's 3 seasons.
Is it just porn?
I don't want to know. Now that I think about it, what I would change if I had the money? One Piece.
Dude, I was going to say the same thing.
One Piece, bro.
One Piece is the one that I was going to say also.
Bro, did you ever watch the Dressrosa arc?
No, I made it to the where they went to the Cloud. Trash. Is that the Cloud Kingdom?
Well, that was a long time ago.
I watched. I didn't get real far. I got to like episode 100 something.
I think a pre-time skip One Piece is best. I stopped reading and watching
after time skip.
Yeah, I think it was like chapter 900. I don't know, because I just like.
Yeah, man, it puts the Bible to shame.
But I mean, dude, because like the animation, I hear it's got better, but I just like lost interest.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a bad show, but it's it needs a lot of fixing.
I think
A
the filler
lot.
should be cut.
Definitely
lot.
the filler. Even the freaking the actual story. Like they need to they have one chapter, one episode. The sound effects freaking change that. I would just get it give a One Piece Z or One Piece Kai. One Piece.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good idea. That was one thing I was thinking of too, is One Piece, because I want to like it. I really want to like it, but it's too much.
I hear people say to just ignore that. They just just watch it, just ignore that it's 900 episodes, I mean, a lot of people watch Naruto, which has it's over 700.
People eat up Naruto like crazy.
Yeah.
Even at whatever episode it stopped on, people don't really eat up
Boruto, the best anime of all time. Totally recommend. I'm not lying at all. I recommend to go watch that show right now. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna kill yourself.
Never watched it.
Never watched it. Yeah, bro, you good, bro?
It reclines to one side like I wanted.
This is the chair that broke last time. It took me.
Change chairs.
And the chair took a hiatus. It's now back, and it took me an hour or so just to get it back into certain shape to actually stand on. And apparently, I didn't do a not too shabby job if you actually still chilling on it.
Works.
Yeah.
It's whenever you recline.
I can't hear you, bro. Your mic's away.
Whenever you recline. Whenever you recline and you're like, oh, I just want to stretch my back, but why stretch it straight? Why not twist a little? Put a little twist in it.
A little twist.
You just go right back and you lay back and then you twist over to the side.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. It looks amazing.
It gives you a whole new perspective.
Literally and figuratively.
And yeah.
Mentally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the end of the podcast. Thank you guys. Sorry, there's been a little slower podcast. You got to have those. It's just when you watch an anime, like Attack on Titan, you got to have those slow moments to get those good moments. You know what I'm saying?
Next podcast.
We're going to have some guests. I think it's the next podcast.
Maybe.
Sometime in next month, we're going to have some guests again.
If not, more anime.
More anime.
Attack on Titan.
Jujutsu Kaisen. You want to just wrap off this podcast logo?
Yeah. Sit down, shut up, and pay attention, because we're giving you more of this next time. I guess just fucking keep progressing, people.
Love it. Peace.
Gonna be honest.
Okay.
That was all over the place. It really was.